What is going on? How we doing today? Hope we're doing okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn on the light. It doesn't want to turn on. Okay, should be at least a little bit better. Maybe face towards me just a little bit more. How we doing today, everybody? We doing okay? I sure hope so. I sure hope we are. Um, it's a Saturday. I happen to have some free time. I figured I'd stream because why not? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to put that on mute. I also have to do one more thing. Uh, One moment. Sorry about that. Anyway, what's going on, Cavalog? Yeah, Saturday streams aren't going to be an everyday thing. I'm not going to stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but depending on the type of stream I do on, say, like a Friday, I might do a stream on a Saturday after that. Like, I enjoyed the stream last night. I did, basically 2 hour stream. That's usually about how long I would go for. And it was really good in my opinion. There's definitely things I got to improve upon when it comes to that. I gotta work on the infrastructure, right? Because doing StreamYard and then trying to go to Discord and like other things like that, it's weird. I gotta iron some things out regarding that. But we will definitely be doing that type of stream again, and we'll also have Hallowed and Ryan back on just to chill, just to chill and do our stuff, do some things and some stuff is what we're gonna do, and yeah. Today we're just gonna play some AoE. We're gonna be hanging out. You see, there's days, right? There's days when my wife is spending time with her boyfriend and things like that, where I have nothing to do other than play some AoE and pretend like I'm 14 years old again. But back before icky girls started getting into my life and things like that. So we're gonna play some AoE. But before that, we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna hang out. Yeah, I liked the stream last night specifically because I could learn a little bit in addition to other people learning a little bit, and then certain questions can be answered and stuff like that. Now, when it comes down to it, like I think Hallowed and Ryan are not like they're not clergy. Therefore, everything they have to say is going to be from the standpoint of them being in the pews, not up giving the sermon. But it's still good to get their opinion on things. But believe it or not, you're allowed to have opinions. You're allowed to have opinions, and you're allowed to feel certain ways about certain things, and you're allowed to give your thoughts on stuff. All right, that's one thing that I can't stand about the like fedora tipper atheists and stuff like that is they try and act like religion makes you into a robot or something like that, and it's like yeah, if you're an egoist, it does. Because that's the thing with atheists is that they're all egoists, every single one of them. And they proudly announce that when they think it means something good. Like when you're talking about freedom, liberty, the right to make choices and things like that. Yeah, then they're very proud to admit that they're egoists. But when you talk about the downsides to that, when you talk about the things that aren't so flattering, well, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that's just the way it is. That's the way people do things. Hold on, I forget if I actually pressed send. I forget if I actually hit send on that. I did. Okay, all right, I did. I got to figure out a way to make spreading the word about my streams a little bit easier. People talk about advertising for streams, and it's like, is that really a thing? Is that a real thing? Advertising streams like that? That's it's just a little bit strange, But I don't expect to be breaking the bank here or anything like that. It's just because it was such a last minute stream. But I want to get as many people into these things as I possibly can because the more the merrier. But in regards to religion, it only makes you into a robot if you are completely and totally incapable of separating yourself from the preconceived notion of who you are and what the world is and what is good and bad and things like that, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all going to come from the ego. Everything is going to come from the ego, and you're not going to really understand anything outside of what you think is good or bad, you know? And don't get me wrong, I haven't like read Nietzsche or anything like that. I tried to listen to some of his stuff on audiobook, and I'm going to be honest with you, I just found it to be kind of dry. But from what I have heard about him and what I've seen people who actually know more about him than I do say, it seems like Nietzsche is the type of dude that everybody reads and wants to pretend like they understand because they think it makes them deep if they do. But the people who read him tend to misunderstand him, and I think that the average person is simply not equipped to really understand a guy like Nietzsche and use what he's trying to say in a legitimate way, you know? And again, this is coming from a guy who, like I said, I read his stuff, or I didn't even read his stuff. I listened to it on audiobook. I think I got about halfway through and I was like, this is fucking dumb, man. This is fucking annoying. It's boring. I don't want to listen to this. And I put it down. I was like, nah, whatever, you know? Excuse me. At the end of the day, you need a higher moral standard. You need morals handed down to you on high. And if you do not have them handed down to you on high, then you will replace them with whatever is inside of your heart. And the unfortunate reality about man is that we don't really have goodness in our heart in the way that we think we do. Everything is a product of our own sensibilities, the things that we like and dislike, combined with our perception of what is socially acceptable in the moment, in not even in the moment, but in society as a large, at large, as a whole. And because of that, if you do not have morality handed down to you on high in the form of Christianity or any other religion that purports to have an ultimate truth or ultimate morality or something like that, then you're just going to end up being a furry, like a furry who, if you call their fur suit a mascot suit by mistake, because you don't know that they don't just like dressing up in as mascots. You don't realize that. You think they just have this thing where they're you don't realize that that's what they are as furries, right? You I'm botching the example. Basically, when you misgender somebody and they react as though you just took a swing at them, right? When you get the kind of metal that somebody listens to, or the kind of rap that somebody listens to, or something like that wrong. You know, when there was a meme I saw years ago, when you accidentally call poop fart metal cock balls metal instead, and like the metalheads get upset, right? You see, I'm still bumbling. Basically, this is why when you get something wrong about somebody, something that is really not that important, something that is part of their made-up illusion about themselves, their ego. When you bruise somebody's ego by accidentally calling them they when they really want to be called them, when you accidentally get the kind of music somebody listens to wrong, this is why they get really upset about things. This is why they act as though you just physically tried to assault them, because that's all they have. That's the only thing they live for, is themselves, their ego, right? That is it. That's all they got. That's it. Nothing else. And this is why religion is so important, specifically Christianity, because, and I've made this point in the past, and I tried to make this point last night, and I made it, and I got a laugh, but I only made it halfway before we kind of moved on. If you look at all other religions other than Christianity, you will notice that there is some kind of weird thing about them, right? There's some earthly aspect to them in which you have to live a certain way outside of just being able to exist in the way that you would typically exist, right? You can't be a... It's not that you can't be a good Buddhist. I don't want to be misunderstood, but the best Buddhists, right? The best of them go up into the mountain, they shave their heads, and they eat plants for the rest of their lives, right? That's what they do. That's the best ending. in Buddhism. That is the good ending in Buddhism, I guess you could say, right? That's how you achieve that. In Christianity, you don't need to do that. You can live your life basically as you have been, and you can still go to heaven. You can still get the good ending. Now, there are caveats to that, right? Just because if I'm running around doing mad drugs all the time, if I'm fighting people constantly in anger, if I'm fornicating all the time and things like that, and I'm doing it unrepentantly, and I just decide, you know what? I'm buying a cross, dude. I'm buying a cross. I'm a Christian now. And then you continue doing that stuff as if nothing has changed at all. Yeah, you're probably not making it. You're probably not going to make it. NGMI, right? But I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to shave my head. I don't have to change my diet. I don't have to do a lot of things that you have to do in other religions. I can still drink alcohol, right? I can eat pork and other things like that. There's no weird restrictive stuff that I am required to do that is going to disqualify me from heaven or just the good ending if I refuse to do it, right? All the stuff that, again, this is why these atheists and things like that, they try and say you're a robot and things like that. All the stuff in the Bible, all the stuff that you are told not to do is stuff that is good to do anyway. Good things will happen to you if you do this stuff. There are immediate and sometimes not so immediate consequences to sinning, right? And a lot of the time, we tend to look at people who got the worst of it. We tend to look at people who got the worst of something, and we think, well, I mean, I'm not going to be like that person. I'm not as dumb as that guy. I'm not going to be that way. That person's not going to, that person did it wrong. Me, I'm doing it right. We tend to do that, but the fact is, it's just God giving us a chance before the actual fall occurs, Me, I almost caught herpes from fornicating like a motherfucker. And that was one of my wake-up calls. I had multiple wake-up calls, and I realized, maybe God's telling me something here. maybe God's letting me know, hey, you cutting it close, kid. You're cutting it close. That was a close call. You might want to quit while you're ahead here, A lot of people would be in the situation I was in. I actually talk about this story on my Patreon, Shill Alert. $5 a month. $5 a month for exclusive content. But yeah, I talk about that story on my Patreon, and like most people, I feel, would end up in that situation and they'd be like, oh, whew, man, that was close. Anyway, moving on. I guess I just picked the wrong girl. Oh man, I didn't get it though because, I guess I was lucky. Anyway, we're going to move on now and we're going to keep on fucking. We're going to keep on drinking, smoking, doing whatever it is, right? It's crazy, All I know is I stepped away from Christianity. I believed in a God. And the funny thing about me stepping away from Christianity and still believing in a God is that I basically just took the things I didn't personally like about Christianity. The egoist in me decided that I would follow this thing from Christianity, but not that thing, right? Because I didn't understand. And also I thought that, I could just pick and choose. But when I stepped away from it, my life did not really get better. It got better in some ways, but not because of Christianity, because of different things that I happened to do or that happened to me independent of any form of spirituality or anything like that. Me getting kicked out of the house when I was 19, that ended up being a good thing for me, but at the time it kind of was a bad thing. And, it's not like I was like, oh, it's okay, the higher self is guiding me or anything like that. No, the truth is I was sinning. I was wrathful. I was wrathful, right? I guess you could say. And because of that, I got kicked out of the house, right? So I sinned repeatedly, and well, something bad happened to me, When I did decide to return to Christianity, though, I noticed things got better. And that's not a coincidence. It's because when I returned to Christianity, I stopped fucking everything that moved. So no more herpes scares. When I returned to Christianity, I didn't drink and smoke as much. In fact, I stopped that for a while, and I only semi recently have I started having a beer or two again. There were a lot of good things that occurred because I was following what the Bible said about each specific thing that I was supposed to be doing, right? So it's just something interesting to me that even outside the realm of like, oh, this is your eternal soul. It's an interesting topic to me, and I'm glad that we were able to talk about that. And atheists be damned. Not literally. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, because I understand what that means when I say that. Just fuck what they have to say. I really don't care. Same thing with the fake pagans as well. There's a lot of fake pagans out there who they think because they bought a chicken and they sacrificed it once in a ritual that's not even accurate. In a ritual that's not even accurate, they think that they know anything about paganism and things like that. And why do you still believe in Jesus? I'm gonna. No, actually, I don't think I can show you that video. I think it might be copyright. If you type in why do you still believe in Jesus, I think it's one of the first videos to pop up. But with that said, I want to show you guys something regarding that. This was just the funniest thing. Actually, let's go to screen cap. Oh, okay. I had to respond to somebody whose comment I missed a couple of weeks ago. All right, so we got right here. All right, the unholy child, AoE Satanists. On this, we'll go ahead and we'll watch it real quick, right?
And I am a theistic Satanist. Basically, I believe in an actual deistic Satan, not to be misconstrued with like the Satanic Temple, which is an atheistic group. We have kings and princes. There's 7 of them that you can basically pray to. The Temple of Satan, pact with the devil. This is like weird stuff. This is what people think of when they think of a Satanist, like sacrificing animals, and cults like the Temple of Satan have developed off of these beliefs that there was like people actually out there sacrificing animals to like Satan and stuff like that, when that really just wasn't the case. Now, if you were to break down into this book right here, The Satanic Philosopher, which I have my thing in there, by Reverend Cain, this basically expresses a hell more beautiful than any heaven you could ever think of. My name is Moon.
All right, and so I want to say first off, Moon was actually a pretty cool guy, right? Like on a human level, he was an alright guy. I actually keep meaning to hit him up again and be like, "Yo, dude, what's good? I released the Patreon cut of this, and I'm gonna start working on. I want to update him. He's actually a cool guy. I like him. But I just wanted to show you what this was on. Okay, so. Also, Tom is streaming. Don't leave me. Maybe we'll stream snipe him or something like that. Now, I decided to click on this person's stuff. Son of Satan, capital N. That's a little bit racist there, don't you think? He, him, it, it's, because of course. Look, I'm gonna show you this video, right? This is the person behind this channel.
I'm recording people. Say something.
Not this person.
Hello, monkey.
On the fucking school bus, bro. On the school bus. This is literally, this is the Ask a Satanist Anything. How's the 8th grade treating you? This is that meme incarnate. This is that meme incarnate. I don't even know if this is like an 8th grader. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a 6th or 7th grader, right? But it's just, look at this.
They fear death. They should fear so much more than that.
Oh, man.
They fear death.
Whew.
They should fear so much more than that.
Yeah, I'm really afraid of an 8th grader. Yeah, that's the way it is. Let's see what this one is. They are not sending their best, ladies and gentlemen. They are not. They really are not. It is they man, oh man. All right, man. Hey, anytime you want to scrap, bro. Anytime you want to scrap, we'll see how strong Satan is. I think God's got this one in the bag, my friend. All right. Jokes aside, right? I wouldn't actually fight an 8th grader, right? Outside of when I'm teaching them anyway. You know, it's fun to bully the kids I teach, but jokes aside, like, this kid's clearly going through a phase. I hope whatever is irking them, I hope whatever plagues them is to where they feel that this is the outlet that they need. I hope and pray that they are able to work through that, and I hope and pray that they will find Jesus and they stay away from this weirdo edgelord stuff that is probably literally, like, that's another thing that just ran into my head. I'm hoping and praying this kid is not being groomed. I'm hoping and praying he's not being groomed, because that's what happens with a lot of these groups is they end up grooming children. That's just what happens, right? There's a ring, I think they're called like 764 or something like that. They've been going around lately in the news. I don't know how big they are or anything like that, but these things exist and they're out there, and they are made up of people who you could walk up to them and interact with them. It's not some facade. It's not something where you close your eyes and you imagine them. They are real physical entities that you can touch. You can interact with them, and they have social media. They exist in places, you know? And it's really, really weird. It's really, really strange when you're in a situation where one of them finds you, or you stumble upon their stuff and you realize, like, oh, this is a little kid. Oh, man, geez. I hope they're okay. I really hope they're okay. You know, jokes aside, we had our little fun laughing at the cringe, but, you know, especially, like, it ran into my head as I was about to close this topic down, and I was like, actually, that's very possible. So, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? All right, there we go. Now I feel a little bit better. We're gonna get started on the AoE. Christ is King, yes sir. Christian Medina, epic Satan moment, yes sir. It must just be fascination with the art that pulls them in. Oh yeah, it's that fascination with the creepy stuff. It's that fascination with the macabre. I have that too. I'm fascinated with that stuff too. One of my favorite eras of YouTube was the 2011 to 2015 or 2016 horror YouTube, right? It was the golden age of scary YouTube stuff, and I think Wendigoon is kind of helping to bring that back a little bit, right? Wendigoon and certain other guys, right? But I don't know if it will ever be restored to its former glory, and if it is, it still won't hit the same as 2011 to 2015 scary YouTube. And even before that, scary YouTube was really good. But I think in that era that I'm mentioning, it kind of hit that sweet spot between genuinely scary, genuinely like unnerving, I guess you could say, and there's an unknown quality to it, and polished off, right? So it was just accessible enough to people as to where you could type in a certain topic and you'd be inundated with video after video, right? Scare Theater was a really good one from back in the day, though I started to dislike his stuff eventually because very shortly into his YouTube career, he started trying to become more like a skeptic than just a presenter and things like that. That to me was annoying. Like, just let things be scary, dude. Just who cares if it's legit or not. Like, just let it be scary, man. You know? I feel fantastic. Obey the walrus, right? Those are A1 videos. My dog just barked. A1 prime scary YouTube type videos that were very good. And in fact, you know what? Real quick, I'll go ahead. I'll look up I Feel Fantastic for those of you that may not know exactly what it is. My dog will not stop barking. If he doesn't stop barking in like half a second, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, so... Like, imagine watching this, right? It's like 2014, 2015, right? And I'm sure it was on YouTube even before then, but that's just when I happened to stumble upon it. Dark room, right? You live on your own, either that or nobody's home. I found this stuff when I was living on my own. So I'm sitting in a dark room at like 1 a.m. watching this shit, right? And I'm also stoned I'm stoned off my gourd because that's just what I did back then. And you're just like, oh man, holy shit. You're like looking around. You're in a room alone. And you're like, right? You're convinced that there's going to be something that pops into the window, right? Like some dude is hiding behind the window and he's going to be like, "Whoa!" Right? And then there's also part of an urban legend. Oh yeah. There's something very unnerving about just like every little bit of this, you know. That's weird. I forgot about that part too. And then it just kind of goes to this, right? And there was actually a creepypasta or like an urban legend about this, which like looking back at it was kind of stupid, but basically the idea was there was a woman buried alive somewhere in this backyard, probably underneath that pile of leaves, you know, and there were wires and things like that attached to her body, and as she struggled and things like that, that's what made Tara sing and move and things like that, right? Like obviously that's not real, but it's fun to pretend, you know. That's like it was such a fun era of YouTube, and we're never gonna get that back, you know. It was kind of like I said, that sweet spot between Wild West and accessible to normies and things like that. And unfortunately, we've kind of passed that point, and yeah, here we are now. But like, I have that fascination with the macabre as well. But you know, some people, and again, this is where the egoism comes in when it comes to religion or just a belief in a higher power and things like that. You have people who decide they want to be on the bad guy's side specifically because they're like, well, people that hurt me or the average person is afraid of that. So if that's the case, maybe I should just be that, because then I won't get fucked with. Because then I'll have the power to fuck with other people and things like that. It's really, truthfully, it's nerd rage incarnate. It's morality of the weak in the flesh and things like that. That's why, like, this kid, right? And not to bash this kid. Like I said, I wish nothing but the best for him. But that's why this kid is sitting here on YouTube talking about, like, LGBT, whatever people get bullied, and I'm he, him, it's, and they should fear us, is because I'm just realizing, I don't know if you guys can see this, but that looks like a face. So eye, nose, small mouth, face. That's crazy. That's crazy. Obviously, it's not really a face there. It's just I saw that pattern randomly, and I was like, huh? But chances are that kid got bullied by somebody and then found some shit that was like the ultimate power is within you. You just have to comment AoE Satanists on random people's YouTube channels, and you're powerful now. And because of that, he was like, oh, I don't want to get bullied, and I don't feel right about the world, so I'm going to do this, and I'll feel like I'm strong, you know? Like I said, it's nerd rage. It's morality of the weak, you know? But with that said, excuse me, we are going to go ahead and Marble Hornets, dude. I didn't see Marble Hornets. I saw Everyman Hybrid. I saw Everyman Hybrid. You know what was a good one was Al 1's Treasure Hunt as well. Al 1's Treasure Hunt was really good. Though it wasn't like an ARG or anything like that. It wasn't like Marble Hornets or Everyman Hybrid or anything like that. It was well, it was an ARG technically, but you know, it was a little bit different from that. If you remember Al 1's Treasure Hunt, that was a really good one. And then what else was there? There was another one. Nah, actually, I don't think there was another one I was going to talk about. I think I was going to say, yeah, that's the thing about those early days YouTube things is that, like, at the end of the day, everybody has to get a job. And that was kind of before YouTube could be a lot of people's jobs and things like that. Either that or maybe they didn't capitalize off of the success that they had. It either wasn't enough success to capitalize off of, or they just, you know, they didn't think to. And I feel like Everyman Hybrid basically ended with like, you know, like a yearly upload schedule basically, and it was like just nothing. It was basically like a vlog of like a dude sitting in front of the camera, like, oh man, he's still chasing me. Oh, he's still trying to get me, you know. And that's the unfortunate reality of those things is that they kind of peter out after a minute, you know. Creepypasta was based on haven't seen this in a long time. Talking about Terra, the talking robot. Wasn't there one about an autistic guy obsessed with a blue chair? Alan Tutorial, I believe that was. Or I think it was called like Alan Tutorial or something like that, huh? No, I don't need to learn how to play. I already know how to play better than you do. Stupid game. Oh wait, no. Silly me. I went to go find custom game immediately because all I played last night was custom games. You know what? You guys want to see me get blown out in ranked? We'll go ahead and we'll do that. I'm 1-18 in ranked, and I'm probably about to be 1-19. Well, we shall see though. Yeah, like those things were so good. You know, they were fun. That's what YouTube is for. It's for dudes like me, right? And I don't mean that to be like, aha, I'm doing YouTube the right way. What I mean is, dudes sitting in their bedrooms in front of a camera, in front of a fucking webcam, just like doing whatever, ranting about whatever topic they enjoy, right? It was also for stuff like that, like weird art projects from people who were probably like made fun of in their high school classes, right? And like I just sat here talking about how people turn to like Satan and shit like that for the same thing, but what people also do is they take that and they're like, you know what, fuck these guys. They may not like my stuff, but I bet YouTube will like my stuff. And they go on to do really cool shit. You know, they go on to do really cool things, and it's so fun, you know. I'm getting into Silent Hill games again. The music and sound design is incredible. Yeah, you can't beat good sound design, right? Like, I'm not like an audiophile or anything like that, but there's something about specifically sound design from the 90s that I really love the hell out of. I don't know why. It's just, I feel it really adds to the ambiance, right? And, you know, 2000s games are pretty good for that too. At least a lot of them are. But I think you can't really beat 1990s sound design specifically for like PC type games and stuff like that. You know, I love I love the ambient music for Fallout. I love all that stuff, man. Uh-oh, the Hindustanis. Uh-oh. I'm waiting on this guy, Bry guy. Quad fours. Oh, geez. Okay, we're playing a weird one. I didn't even know.
Kid.
Damn. When I get ambushed by these weird, game modes, I have no idea what to do half the time. I'm just like, uh-oh. Like, what I originally wanted to do was take these two and then build one house and take this one and build another house. But then I was like, wait a second. I gotta get these things though. The farms. So now I'm just like all over the place for no reason.
Kia.
Alright. Yeah, we'll get this one on wood right away just cause. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. YouTube is diluted milquetoast now. Tough to make that comeback. Oh yeah, 1000%. I agree completely and totally. It's frustrating, you know, because YouTube doesn't even know what to do with itself half the time. Half the time I'm trying to find content and it just shows me the same content over and over again. And of course it's because there's some kind of priority status, probably due to payment. Like, I used to get the same BuzzFeed video time and time again from these two dudes. I forget what their series was. It actually wasn't even a bad series. I enjoyed it. And they left BuzzFeed and they started their own thing. And I watched a couple episodes of their stuff. They're a couple of dudes. They work for BuzzFeed, so they're a little bit soyed out, but it's fun to watch them still. Yeah, we're gonna go here. But fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, like, it was just frustrating to constantly, like, I look up one video, I watch it, and then the next video, the next video in the queue is, of course, that video, right? It's that same video. We're gonna get a couple more on wood because I really need wood bad. You see, the Celts, what I've been doing is I've just been trying to get to Castle Age ASAP. I've been following Fast Castle as good as I can, but the thing is, I only get like 3 or 4 steps in max before it all just kind of falls apart, and I'm just like dead sprinting for whatever I can get. So I'm kind of in like this weird predicament here where I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'll go here. Bang, bang, bang. I'll do one more because that's the 15. Yeah, it's so frustrating, you know, and then in addition to that, the other frustrating thing is that a lot of it is politically motivated as well. Like, if you sign out of your YouTube account and you check the home page, you will find, like, Vosh shit. You will find, Hassan tier shit. It's gonna be left-wing shit that is being pushed purposefully because they want kids to see it. They want to groom kids. By showing them stuff on their YouTube feed and stuff like that. They're hoping that kids will find Hassan in
Kia.
They're hoping kids will find Hassan and Vosh instead of like a Sargon of Akkad type dude, which, like, Sargon of Akkad is just like he's like harmless, which is like hilarious to think about, you know. They're so afraid of somebody like that. I actually met him once. He was an alright guy, though I was a little bit disappointed because I asked him for an autograph and he didn't sign his name. He wrote in, like, child letters, like child writing with crayon letters, Sargon. And I was like, wow, thanks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's YouTube is trash now, and it's going to be trash for the rest of time. You know, the new CEO came in, and we don't even know who the hell that guy is, but he's already making moves that are arguably just as bad, if not worse, than a Wojcicki or something like that, you know? And it's like, man, it is what it is. YouTube is going to be a place where if you walk that tightrope, you might be able to make a little bit of money, but you're probably not going to. You know, I have a strong feeling I've been deboosted by the algorithm in one form or another. just due to the way that everything fell off so suddenly for me, right? I was not like some kind of huge guy or anything like that, but if you check my numbers on the videos from before Fish Tank, during Fish Tank, and then just after Fish Tank, you'll notice, like, oh yeah, there's a clear upward trend. And then out of nowhere, bang. And part of it is the content itself. Don't get me wrong, I recognize that. Oh, there it is. I don't expect people to be interested in my mainline content in the way that they were for my Fish Tank content. But you would think that there would be something where I would still be relatively close to what I was before Fish Tank, considering that I went from, I think, a little bit over 1,000 subscribers to like 4,000, right? It's just interesting to me. I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh no, people aren't watching my stuff. It can't be me. It's gotta. Oh jeez. It couldn't be me. It's gotta be that YouTube hates me. I don't want to be that guy, but also, it wouldn't surprise me if that had something to do with it. You know. And it just is what it is. This is a hobby to me as of right now. I'd love to turn it into something legit, but if it doesn't, then whatever. I'm just doing my thing. But I know better. The point that I'm making is I know better than to sit here and be like, I'm going to be a YouTube star, and that's never, nothing is ever going to change that. I'm always going to be a YouTube star once I hit that stardom. And, you know, I'm never going to have an issue where YouTube demonetizes my stuff or anything like that. That would be such an insane thought to have. That would be so foolish of me. Alright, you know, I'm gonna take a couple of these.
Bead fear. Kid Jedika. Bead fear. Kia Jedika. Bead fear.
I'm pretty sure combat sports are not boosted by the algorithm. I'd expect more MMA and boxing clips, but I get none. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it is, you know, because on one hand, you would think combat sports would... I mean, the thing is, you don't have to be absolutely hated by YouTube to not be boosted by the algorithm. Like, that is kind of a thing that, you know, that's something that I wasn't even thinking about until you mentioned it a second ago. But also, you would think that they would leave it alone, too. You would think that they'd be like, yeah, you know, it doesn't violate community guidelines. There's tons of people who like combat sports. Let's leave it alone. No. The issue. Oh, okay. All right. I think one of the issues, I'm not saying it's the issue, but one of the issues is that I'm not a Sensei Seth, which I have nothing against Sensei Seth. I'm not a Ramsey Dewey, and even then Ramsey Dewey had a bit of an issue because he mentioned the Big C one time. He did a video on the Big C, you know, the Schmovid. He was like screwed for a while. I remember watching his stuff and he was getting like 2,000 to 3,000 views on it. Meanwhile, he's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and he's one of the most popular MMA content guys out there, right? Like I'm not those guys though. You know, I'm closer to an Icy Mike, but even then Icy Mike is still more yeah, you know, let's go ahead and I'll put 3 down. Even then, Icy Mike is still more along the lines of that very clean cut, I won't say advertiser friendly, but personable kind of guy, you know? So it's like, chances are, because I'm not Mr. Hey everybody, martial arts is about being a good heckin' person, is what martial arts is all about. And if you're not being a good heckin' person, well then, you're not a real martial artist, because that's not what I'm on video talking about all the time, because I'm like legit, I'm real about combat, unarmed combat, and you know, combat sports and things like that. I have a strong feeling that's probably got something to do with it, you know. I'm not your Redditor martial arts guy. I'm very pragmatic, I'm very practical, and I'm very realistic about what we're doing here. I'm very realistic about what we're up to when we're doing this stuff. We'll put this bad Larry here. Yeah, I gotta build a, well, first off, I'm gonna go ahead and throw tons of them on wood. I mean, tons of them on wood. Kind of weird how you would normally... Oh, geez. You know what? I'm just realizing. I'm just realizing we got the same issue that I've had from my last few streams. I gotta like make sure my shit is turned down properly so that you guys don't have to listen to the music and me at the same level. I apologize for that. I'm pretty... kind of weird how you would normally expect a streamer interaction to have this one-sided creepy parasocial thing, but it just feels like dudes hanging out in here. And that's what I want. That's what I want overall. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I do have moments with some of the people, right? I'm not mentioning names or anything like that, where I'm kind of like, okay, this guy I feel like is a little bit too... He is a little bit too, you know, he's a little bit too comfortable. But nobody's crossed a line as to where I feel like I have to have that awkward conversation and things like that, you know? That's, oh, geez. That's one thing I don't want to have to do is have awkward conversations with people all the time, you know? Yeah, I'll go here. Oh, yeah, and then, oh, geez. Yeah, I want to get that thing built, so, oh, I still can't even build it. Nah, shiznit. I thought oh, that's weird. Okay, whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever, kid. Yeah, you see, this is where I'm kind of in trouble because I have 92 wood right now, and I desperately need to build. Because part of my strategy, this is like my strategy every game, is to hit him with some cav right out the gate. You know, scout rush, right? To scout rush. And then try my best to just use any momentum that I have from that to get to Castle Age before he does, and then start creating the Woad Raiders. YouTube fell when they started double unskippable ads at the start and end of videos. They started a long time ago. What I've noticed too, right? What I've noticed too, one thing I've also noticed is that, yeah, we'll go here. What was I gonna say? One thing I also noticed recently, and like this is how broken people are because they didn't even complain about it. It's like it didn't even happen. I was questioning my own sanity for a second because I thought everybody was gonna be rip shit about this. Wait, where am I? Oh yeah, okay, all right. Well, yeah, we'll get people on stone. That way, we'll have that ready to go when we do hit Castle Age. But, sorry, I'm like running math equations in my head right now while I'm doing this. They don't just do double ads anymore. They also, yes, we got it. We done got it. They also do 2 ads, and if you skip the first one, you still have to watch the second one. You might be able to skip the second one, possibly, maybe, potentially, but they're like you can't just skip both ads at the same time anymore. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Alright, so, hoping and praying here. Go ahead and I'll hit that. Do I have anything else I can... Oh, alright. We can hit castle now, which is good. Bang, bang, bang. Where do I want to put this guy? Yeah, you know, I want to put him on wood. I want to give him that wood. Oh, man. Son of a gun. Son of a bitch. Alright, boys. Yeah, you know what? You get these fuckers. I'm also gonna research Loom while I'm at it, simply because I might as well. Yeah, I mean, he's got a man-at-arms, which... I mean, he you know, he's rushing me right now, which is a pain in the ass, but it just kind of is what it is, you know? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to return everybody to work, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity. I'm going to try and lure him to the best of my ability, right? Like, I'm going to do that, and then hopefully they're going to, you know... Oh, jeez. You see, hopefully they're going to come over here now and they're going to get blasted. I don't know. I think what I might also be willing to do is send them over here. I might just send them over here. But that's kind of the thing, is I got to do it when he's not expecting me to hit him like that, you know? Alright. We're going to go ahead. We're going to let him... And there we go. Yeah. Nah, he's fucked now. He ain't going to be able to do it. What? Dude, what are you doing?
Kid, beat fear.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a weird predicament right now. Oh, and he's got more coming my way. All right, you know what I got to do? I got to take the chance. He kind of rushed me a little bit sooner than I expected him to, and that's a pain in the ass, but what you gonna do, you know? Let's go ahead and see what we can do here, you know. No, no, you guys get your asses over there. These guys better not have fucked up. All right, we're good. We're in good shape. As long as I have these guys heading that way, he's just going to keep on attacking here, and he's not going to understand why I'm not quitting, you know? I'll see what I can do in terms of, yeah, not too much. So what I'm going to do right off the bat is I'm going to build a town center. Now, the only issue is I don't have gold. You know, I need to find a place with gold. In that little corner over there, there's stone but no gold, so... kind of in rough shape, but I mean, I can send a party down this way. That's a small deposit that could and should get me just enough. Yeah, I'll go here. Oh, geez, and that's not a lot of. Man, I'm kind of in a weird predicament right now. I'm hoping and praying that I'll be all right. You know, these guys should. These guys are underpowered, you know. I mean, actually, they have some upgrades and stuff like that, but it's not like they're, you know. It's just man-at-arms and regular archers. He will upgrade those at some point, as I'm sure, but, you know, it is what it is. Boomers love ads. It's where they get all their jokes. Oh, geez, that is a good point. Yes, so, well, first off, let's go ahead and let's, do something about this. I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. Oh, geez, I desperately need everything. I'm literally rebuilding from the ground up right now. Pretty much, anyway. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll have enough of a head start as to where I will be able to, yeah, you know what, you three? Because we need wood that bad. No, you idiot. I'll take one of them off wood. Or, I guess two of them. I guess two of them decided they were going to come. Yeah, okay. I think we'll be alright for the most part. You see their long swordsman now. He's upgrading. That's a little bit troublesome, I will say. That's a little bit tricky. Oh, Andy's got. Oh yeah, nah. He started on like, this guy isn't especially good or anything like that. He just started on his military early. You know, me, like I said, the play style that I have as of right now with the Celts is you know, I'm banking on the game being longer than this guy had originally planned. So, you know, it is what it is. It's all good. I'm probably not going to be able to come back. Hopefully I'll be able to do something, but I probably won't be able to. We're going to see, though. Actually, I want to get that, I want to get a castle built ASAP. That way I have a little bit more protection from mangonels and stuff like that. I don't think he's at Castle Age yet. I don't believe he is. I think I've been at Castle Age for like a lot longer than he has been. So I suppose that's good for me. We're going to take a couple more of these guys off of wood. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to build. Throw one more on there. I'm gonna have to put more people on wood now, though, is the issue. I just desperately need to be getting more, what's it called, villagers. So I'm in this like predicament right now. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, rushing is the meta online, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, you know. It is what it is. And I was talking about that, right? I really like AoE. It's a fun game to play, and I enjoy kind of getting good at it. But one thing I've always found annoying about people who are really good at video games is they resort to what are the MMA equivalent of calf kicks, where it's like, that's just like, it's just dumb. Even that's not like a good comparison, though, because calf kicks don't work nearly as well as people think they do, right? People think calf kicks are like the almighty and things like that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I do like a certain amount of realism in my games. I like to know that somebody's not going to march a villager right here and build a castle right next to my shit, because I'm that underpowered right now that I could not do a single thing about it. You know? That's kind of like, oh yeah, this guy's going to get me. He's going to find where I'm at. Easy. This map is not big and it's not complicated at all. But I don't like stuff like that. I like to know that, like, we're going to play the game how it was really kind of intended to be played. Oh, yeah, you see, he found me. Ah, well. Yeah, I think I'll just call it here because there's absolutely nothing I can do. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, that hurts. That hurts to see. That hurts. Ouch. You see, this is why I like quick play, because you have more of a chance, in my opinion, to find somebody who is not that good. You know, because when it comes to ranked, like, right now, I'm at a point where I'm basically just getting beat so that it can keep giving me people that are actually going to be on my level. So it's like, I'm here, it gives me somebody who's here, I get beat. Next time it gives me someone who's here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. That's why I'm like 1 in probably 19 now in ranked play, is because it's still trying to calibrate to somebody on my level. But that guy, like I said, I don't think he was especially good. I didn't feel like I was out of control. He just rushed me, and that is what it is. I had the same idea against him, though I wasn't going to do it with such conviction, right? I was going to send like 4 or 5 scouts his way and just try and knock his villagers off of some of his resources. But it's stuff like that that's just like, oh, you want to win that bad, you're gonna resort to that kind of thing. You don't want to have a big epic battle where we actually use our wits in the way that we were meant to with this game, because the creators of the game didn't put these things in. They didn't make these. They didn't make this stuff. They didn't, using little quirks and things like that, or using different things like that. It's like the creators of the game didn't make the game for you to specifically be doing that. They made it because they wanted to see grand battles between 2 groups of people, you know? And it's like, well, I'm not going to be the one to spoil your fun, but also there's a side of it that's like, yeah, but are you really having fun, or do you just want to win something that bad? You know, like, if you started losing, you probably wouldn't want to stick with it, I feel like. But then, I don't know, you know? Fucking, at the end of the day, it's kind of dumb to dissect video games in that way. You should just play them, and if you're not having fun, you should just not play them, and that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm having fun, so I'm playing. But, what is that? I won. We got him, boys. We fucking got him. What the hell's going on here? Why is it... What? Yeah, long-term thinkers punished. Yeah, pretty much, you know? It is what it is, though. Fucking... You know, fucking... Whatever. That's like a lot of people I see, they don't like skill-based matchmaking. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, like, crying about it or anything like that. You know, I'm not crying about whether it is or is not in the game, but I personally think skill-based matchmaking is a good thing because I'm not trying to be the best at Call of Duty. I don't give a shit about video games in that way. This is something that I decided I would think about because it hits a certain mark for me, right? I love tactics, I love strategy and things like that. I always have. So me trying to get good at this, it's not because I'm like I want to be the best. I want to beat everybody. It's because I'm like, oh, this is fun, so I'm going to get good at it because it's fun. I feel like there's a line that people cross where it's like, I'm not doing this because it's fun. I'm doing this because I want to be the best at it. Being the best at it comes first. I started playing it because I was fun, but now I'm at the point where I don't want to have fun with it in the way that I used to. Win, lose, or draw. I want to win, and that's it. And because of that, you get situations with, like, dudes like Wings of Redemption, you know, where... you know, I've heard horror stories of the guy. I'd love to play Call of Duty with him one day. I'd love to play a Rainbow Six Siege or whatever, right? Whatever game he's playing, right? I'd love to. That'd be a fun experience to be able to say that I got to do that. But, like, I couldn't take it to that level as to where I'm going to flip out at somebody for, like, something dumb. You know, like, oh, your internet connection isn't that good. You're lagging a little bit. Well, fuck you. Right? That's like, whoa, you know? And it's just that general thing that kind of, I'm like, you know? And when I see somebody who they're really good at the game, but not because they actually are like a strategically minded person, but because they just follow Fast Castle and then spam a certain, like organ guns or something like that. It's like, that's annoying. You're annoying. That fucking sucks. But anyway. I'm just reading this stuff. The Byzantines. Record game. I'm wondering where you get these purported recordings. Alright, I need him to be over here. Dude, I had lunch before this and I'm already hungry. And it's because my lunch was a kind of soup. It's a Vietnamese soup. It's called pho. It's really good. If you can get pho, go for it. But if you don't like cilantro, you probably won't like it like that. I don't like cilantro myself, but like inside of pho, I can tolerate it. It's like really good, you know? Get it for sure. It's got all this like good stuff in it. Just waiting. We just waiting right now. All right. I'm gonna wait for this villager to be queued, and then I'm gonna go and I'm going to hit the wood. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, nope. Dude, this guy's already out of here. We still got darkness. Darkness. Where's he at? Where's he at? There's he at. I don't know if I should send him out this way or not. I don't know if this is completely wooded up. Oh yeah, duh. So we're gonna go here. And then you are gonna go... Oh no, we don't have enough for that. Trying to think of what I want him to do next. I might lure the boar, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I might as well. Typically, if the boar is that far away, I don't even bother with it, which I'm not sure if that's a smart idea or not. But, you know, actually, no. We're going to have him wait. Get your ass back here immediately. Go, 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 go. He's like, guys! Guys, get him! Guys! Nah, I think I'm gonna lose him. Damn. Ah, well. What you gonna do? And I'm actually gonna send most of these guys over here because they can go ahead and build one of these bad Larrys. This game would be a lot cooler if it were an FPS zombie game. Yeah, it would. An FPS Nazi zombie game. Dude, it's crazy how prolific Black Ops, not Black Ops, World at War was for that. You see, he's building tons of those outright immediately. See, I can't even scout rush with this because of the walls. There's no point in scout rushing. I have to wait until I can build siege or, you know, until he makes a mistake. Although he may be projecting outward before I can even do that. That's the thing that I'm kind of not that good at, is projecting outward from my original camp. You'll have guys, it's like I said, part of it is guys start here and they slowly start building out until they're able to put a castle right here. And it's like, ah, shit. Oh, yeah. We're going to put 1, 2... And then I'm going to put 2 on gold for now, just because I might as well. I feel like I'm missing something. Sometimes I just forget things. You know, you forget that you were like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to research that. And nah, I need to chill. I'm sitting here like, oh, but I'm so close to 500. If I get to 500, I can research feudal age. And it's like, why? Like, so I can wait to get the last 2 villagers on gold. Like, I might as well just get them on gold now. Oh, all right, good. We got these 2 here now. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, and then I'm gonna build a house over here. Couple of houses, actually. Oh, see? Now I can go, and I already have a head start on the gold, which is kind of what I was trying to go for. Although I'm going to need tons of them on wood. I'm actually going to take a couple here. And transfer them to wood. Oh, some geese found? Where? Oh, there they are. Perfect. There's a couple there, too. I forgot about them. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Get them on there. Just about a feudal age. I've also been trying to get relics more often when I can. I'm finding it works out well for me. Oh yeah, wait a second. That dude's just chilling right here. Yeah. Get your ass over there. Oh, there he is. He has no idea what's waiting for him. I'll throw 2 more on there when I can, because wood is the one that I always get screwed with. When it comes to food, I always have plenty of that. You know, I got, what, 3 farms, another bush, and a bunch of geese. So I'm not too worried about that. What I am worried about, though, is running low on wood. Especially because wood, you know, it kills me on my food, too. You know, I end up running out of farms because I have no wood. Actually, you know what? Nah. Gold's fine for now. Gold's fine. It's like I said, wood's important. Wood's more important than gold as of right now. The only thing I need gold for is to increase, not increase, is to go castle age. As long as I have a slow trickle of it, I'm fine. Imagine we could still be living like this if Trump hadn't been robbed of that. I want to be very careful about what exactly I say. Oh wait, actually I need to build this too. Yeah, I mean, I try to stay out of politics as of late. I've found that it's kind of vacuous. You know, it doesn't really mean much. I do think we would be a lot better with Trump in office, though. That's 1,000% sure. I am 1,000% sure of that. Anyone who disagrees is either stupid or a liar. You know, and I'm not saying you have to be like, rah, rah, Trump, Yahoo, I love that guy. You don't have to be, right? I get it. You know, I don't think you should be that crazy about anyone when it comes down to it. But to sit here and pretend like we wouldn't be so much better without Trump in office is like insane, you know? What I paid for a gallon of milk in like 2017, if I remember correctly, is now what I'm paying for a half gallon of milk. Like, that's fucking crazy. Things have increased basically by 2-fold. I don't care about whatever bullshit math they're trying to get across. We're not doing all right. We're not doing good. I have to sit here dealing with the shit. Literally, last week, I think it was last week. Last week, I told you guys about, you know, this issue that I have with people who live in my building and stuff like that. I need to get out of here and buy a house if I can. But I'm not just going to be able to do that. Yep, just about. So now I will go ahead and I will put a couple on this stuff, on stone. It got worse. Now there's kids who live in the building that I live in. Great idea, fucking with people who know where you live. Alright? They hang out in front of my door, and now they're fucking, like, banging on my door trying to play Ding Dong Ditch. And it's like, we used to be a country. We used to be a country. We used to live in houses. We used to be able to avoid people of that ilk. We used to be able to avoid people like the people that I have to put up with. But now we can't. You know, and I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's all Biden's fault. It was like that way before Biden. Definitely was. But, you know, a lot of people are sitting here trying to pretend like 2016 through, specifically like 2017, but like 2016 through 2020 were not the best years of our lives thus far, right? The best years of our adult lives, and it's like, you lying sacks of shit, shut your mouths, you know? Fucking, you know damn well you were a lot more hopeful years ago, even if you want to pretend. Even if you want to pretend like you were like, oh, we were living under fascism. Oh my gosh. Fascism? Fascism is when a gallon of milk costs $5. If your milk costs $5 or less, you're living under fascism, sir. You're living under fascism. When interest rates were, what were they, 2 or 3% years ago? When interest rates are 3%, by golly, you're living under a heckin' fascismo there, partner. I'm your friendly neighborhood Redditor, and I'm here to tell you, you're living under the fascism. It's like, holy fucking shit, dude. Shut up, you know? Like, get out of here with your foolish shit. Excuse me. I'm sick of people pretending like things were not markedly better. Okay. Alright. I'm sick of people pretending like things were not markedly better. 3 to 5 years ago. You know, even COVID wasn't that bad. Even living with the lockdowns wasn't that bad. Things are much worse. Not a single food item besides individual fruits where I am is for less than $5. Yeah, 100%. Like, I believe you, because it's basically the same where I'm at. You know, I make well over minimum wage. I'm not, like, rich. I'm not making 6 figures. But I make, like, way more than what the... Alright, so he was foolish, though. And he decided he was going to, You see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about, where it's, like, annoying. It's like, yo, like, what the fuck, man? And then you got this idiot. This fucking moron. Way to let him in. I'm glad you died. That's you guys too, idiot. I want you to go there. Yeah, you see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, this is what the game has become. And this is why I like playing with, like, Taylor and all the other guys. And they take it easy on me. They take it easy on me. They most certainly do. But the game mode... We played a game mode yesterday that had the entire world. You could post up in literally any part of the world. And that was, like, really cool. I liked that a lot. But... typically, it did happen once. I think he was just having a little bit of fun with me. One of the guys in the group that I was playing with. What was I gonna say? Yeah, they started building watchtowers right outside my shit. But it's like the game has basically become a race among people who know how to play in as like refined a way possible. The game has become basically a race to just see if you can build a castle this far away from somebody's shit. Meanwhile, they haven't even started working on military because they're like, "Oh, it's cool. I'll play endgame. I won't have a start game strategy. I'll have an end game strategy." And then it's like, you get weirdos who they do this, and then they're like doing the ha thing, and they're like, "Ah, you suck," and it's like, I don't suck. You just can't play the game without being weird about it. Like, you can't play the game without being a weird freak about it. It's not that I suck, it's that you're, like, a freak. Like, what? I'm supposed to feel bad, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, man, I gotta get good. It's like, I don't want to get good if it means I gotta be a freak. If it means I gotta be a weirdo, then nah, I think I'll just keep getting fucked up by weirdos like this, and then hopefully I'll find groups of people who play the game in like a real way, you know? a way that's actually fun to play. And I think that's kind of like when it comes to video games and stuff like that, I think that's something that we legitimately have kind of forgotten about. You know, everything is like get good, skill issue, oh man, you suck, and it's like, yeah, it's a video game. I don't care that much, dude. Like, I'm not it doesn't matter to me to the point where I'm gonna spend that much time trying to get so good that I can do this. Not many options besides warrior spam plus skirmish and towers here. Yeah. Streamer isn't sweaty, bulging-eyed freak, LMAO. Exactly. You gotta be a freak to, like, be that good, right? And that's what I'm trying to do with my shit, is I don't want it to be, hey, come watch me be the best at this video game. We got another one. My shit is supposed to be, hey, come hang out with me while I do this. It's supposed to be my personality. Alright, I think I have a nice personality. I think I'm full of personality. What about you guys? That's what this is supposed to be. Win, lose, or draw, you're gonna come, you're gonna hang out, and we're gonna shoot the shit about whatever. You know, that's, of course. Fucking of course. Alright, well, here we go. Ain't got much of a choice here. Just gonna have to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm screwed. He's gonna bust open this thing and he's gonna send a bunch of something in there. Yeah, he's got a bunch of cavalry. So I guess I had no choice. Yeah, I don't want to be like the top. Like, I knew a guy. He worked at a Cumbies, but at one point he was legit like the top World of Warcraft streamer on Twitch back in like the early days of Twitch. It was funny because we're just like, I'm hanging out with a buddy of mine, and there's just this dude working at a Cumberland Farms, and he's got like mad viewers on his shit, and it's like, what are you doing working at Cumbies? Like, what the hell? But like that dude was like really fucking good at this game. Not this game, but you know, World of Warcraft, I guess. If I remember that correctly. And you see now he's going after that one. He's just completely taking down the walls. Yeah, he was like really good. So it's like, oh, what the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was really good at the game though, and it's like, I could only imagine, like, what I've heard about top-ranked video game guys specifically, right, is that the game is not fun for them anymore. It's actually very stressful because you got to eat and you got to sleep at some point. So when you're number one ranked in whatever, right, your life basically becomes, oh, I got to keep that ranking. I got to keep the rank. I got to keep my ranking. If I don't keep my ranking, then, I don't know, something's going to happen. Whatever that may be. So, like, you wake up in the morning and, like, you have this weird feeling. You have this anxiety that, like, oh man, like, what if somebody beat me? What if somebody is doing better than me right now? I gotta get on and I gotta grind again. Like, it's just, you see he's got Trebs. It's just such an awkward and weird thing to me that I wouldn't ever want to, I wouldn't, you know what I'm gonna do? Bad idea, I guarantee you. But, yeah, you see. And he's got these guys, these cataphracts to, you know, try and, yeah. Yeah, I'm fucked. Oh, well. Yeah. Yeah, like, 220 military. Like, that's not fun. That's not fun. I want a total score of, like, 15,000 for each of us. But this guy, again, he's become so, not even good at the game itself, but he's become so refined in the way that he plays the game that it's not that he's playing the game, he's just winning. That's it. So the end game stats are 220 for him. His economy is only 2,500. Tech only 1,000 whatever, you know? And I'm not saying, like this is one of the things playing with Taylor that I noticed. Like, Taylor is like really good at the game compared to me and like I think a lot of the other guys in the little group that he plays with, because I'm sitting here looking at all the stuff and his final score is like 18,000 whatever, and all of our final scores are like 5,000, 7,000, 10,000. Me, I might have had like 3 or 4,000 in that game. Like it's not fun to sit here playing like this. And it's like, why bother playing if it's not going to be fun? I mean, hey, maybe they just find it to be fun. They just have a good time with it. That's cool. That's fantastic. We'll play one more. We'll see if we can get one win today. We'll see if we can get one win. All right, with my luck, we won't. But like, why? What's the point? Taylor actually cracked. That's wild. Yeah, he's actually like really good. I'm glad that he takes pity on me. I'm glad that he kind of looks at me and he's like, all right, I got to take this guy under my wing because he's going to get wrecked if I don't. Just every game I've been on his team pretty much, and every game we pretty much won, mainly because he's carrying us to the point where I'm actually getting to the point where I can have some military pumped out by the time the battles are starting. But like, I only have like, let's say like 20 to 50 guys, 20 to 50 say Woad Raiders or whatever, and he's just absolutely just factory. It's a factory. He's just churning out whatever he's churning out, and it's just a sea of his guys, and then my guys are in the middle. It's crazy, What about the Cumboni? Cumbies? You mean Cumberland Farms? That's our 7-Eleven. That's our regional 7-Eleven. It also used to be Tedeschi's as well. Tedeschi's was a fun place to go. Tedeschi's was the Willy Wonka it was the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory of convenience stores. It was a nice place. I enjoyed getting food and stuff from there. I used to have the world record on Mario Kart Wii track. That's pretty crazy. The only gamer I watch is Stephen Bonnell. Yes, sir. I hear he's very good. I hear he's a very talented young lad. I'd love to meet Destiny because I feel like Destiny's like an alright guy to hang out with. I'll bet he's cool to be around, Like a Hassan or a Vosh or something like that. Like, take out their views of like anything and everything. They're probably insufferable dudes. You probably would not want to be around them, but I feel like Destiny's the kind of guy where you could just like talk to him on a human level and he's alright, I feel like a lot of his opinions also come from him remembering when he was like working dog shit jobs and other things like that. And that's different from being like a shit lib who's like, well, we need to help underprivileged people. There's a difference between champagne socialist, guitar socialist dickheads and someone who's like, yeah, I got really lucky to fall into this streamer shit. If I didn't have this, I'd still be working dog shit jobs for dog shit pay. Maybe we should treat people a little bit better. Those two things are different, right? And I could be around somebody who is the second. The guitar socialists. My favorites are the guitar socialists. And I'll tell you what a guitar socialist is, right? A guitar socialist is somebody who, when they were a teenager, they found the Dead Kennedys. They found System of a Down and Bad Religion and all these other left-wing type bands. And they listened to them and they were like, wow, this is really cool. I really like this music. It's fun. It's great. Wow, great music, man. And they start to, whether purposefully or not, take on the political beliefs of those bands without actually thinking critically about what is being said by them or considering that there's other points of view that are correct or better. And you see these guys, Anthony Fantano is probably the classic example, the best example of this. Anthony Fantano is prime. He's the quintessential example of a guitar socialist. Their entire lives revolve around music they found when they were 14 and feeling like the world sucked. And because of that, now they're in their 20s and 30s, and they're like, hey, man, communism's actually not a bad thing, man. You know, man, communism is actually, like, really good, man. They don't actually have those beliefs because there's any merit to them, or because they themselves truly believe in it. It's not that. It's that they're like, oh, well, I like Serge Tankian. Serge Tankian's cool. I really like Darren Malakian. I think we, dude, you know what? I'm like them now. It's like the, it's like that episode, of Hyde Wars, right? I feel like it was one of the earlier ones. You know, in like the beginning days of the Gumroad, Sam's Gumroad, he did, Talking Cars. I think it might have been Talking Cars 2 with, Nick, right? It was kind of like a proto PGL, if you aren't too familiar with the Gumroad days of Sam Hyde. Basically, like, oh, there we go. Nick ended up telling a story about how, like, this dude that he worked for in the car industry used to make car sales because he was like, oh, dude, Barry Bonds used to drive this car. And people would be like, oh, Barry Bonds. Oh man, oh dude. I forget exactly how he said it. If I repeated it, it wouldn't be nearly as funny. But like it's basically that, except for political beliefs. People are like, oh dude, my favorite singer thinks this. I do too. Whoa. It's just so, it's foolish, you know? And, like, it happened to me, too. I found System of a Down. I was, like, 9, 10 years old, and I started thinking I knew anything about anything because I listened to System of a Down, right? It's fucking bonkers. And that's why you're not allowed to have, like, say, RAC on the radio. Even if it's not talking about, like, racial stuff. Even if it's just like, hey, we don't like communists. You can have Rage Against the Machine, who's literally talking about communist shit. But you're not allowed to have, say, I couldn't name an RAC band or like a right wing band that I feel like you guys would know, or that I feel like would be guaranteed to not have at least one song that's not about racial shit, right? But you get what I'm saying, like. Even if the songs that are playing on the radio are not racial in nature, you're not allowed to have that because, because fucking then kids might listen to it and they might, instead of becoming guitar socialists, they might become guitar traditionalists or something like that. I don't fucking know. Guitar fascists, maybe. Beats the hell out of me, right? It's just one of the little ways that they try and fuck with you. Actually, I want to lure that elephant. I feel like that's probably going to be a little bit better. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. We got him, though. Nice. Fantastic. All right. I don't know. I got a good feeling about this one, guys. I got a good feeling about this one. Oh, yes, one of the couch chair episodes in Nick's shop or something. Yeah. It was in Nick's shop. I think he closed that down, which I wish that I got to see that before he closed it down. There was nothing stopping me from doing that, but I just never thought like, hey, why don't I figure out where that is? I didn't want to show up and be like, oh wow, Nick Rochefort. Oh wow. Hey Nick, you sold cars? Wow. Hey, Nick, what kind of music you like? You like Alice in Chains? Oh, man. I'm going to do that next time I see him, and I'm going to see how long it takes him to start taking swings at me. I'm going to be like, whoa, hey, Nick, you like Alice in Chains? I like Alice in Chains. What's your favorite song? I like Rooster. You like Rooster? Dude, Rooster's such a good song. Dude, like, yeah, they come. Just start fucking doing, just being absolutely unhinged like that. You'll never hear an anti-hedonist song on the radio. Exactly. And that is not an accident. That is very much on purpose. It's like a prerequisite. You have to be shooting heroin nowadays to make it. If you're just a regular guy, you're not gonna make it because they don't want you, because you're not gonna tell the kids, hey, don't be a shithead, you know? Yo, Nick, I'm your biggest fan. Whoa, hey, Nick, what's going on, big guy? That's my wife. Like I said, I got a good feeling, but I'm hoping and praying that that doesn't turn into a bad feeling. Alright, we're going to go ahead and build this bad Larry here. I'm going to take these, and I'm going to send one over there, though, is the thing I'll take. Oh, no. System of a Down is kind of funny because the singer is pretty leftist, but the drummer is conservative, while the bassist and guitarist aren't very vocal. I think, see, here's the thing about System of a Down. Jeez, what are you doing, you idiot? You big dummy. The thing with System of a Down is they came around in a time where it was very easy to be liberal. And, if you weren't liberal, it was almost like, what are you even doing, man? What are you doing, dude? Because the war on, the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. I'm gonna see if I can take this dude's sheep. I'm gonna see if I can. All right, go. Ah, son of a bitch, dude. Damn it. Anyway, I just think the early to mid and even late 2000s, it was really easy to be liberal, right? Like you didn't have to think about it. You just knew war bad, this war bad. It was not like gonna benefit us in any way, shape, or form. So like, hey man, war is bad. This band is saying war is bad, so they must be liberals. Either that or what was I gonna say? They're anti-war, so they're kind of shacking up with liberals right now, because that's kind of what happens with like libertarians, is you tend to see them kind of jump ship from side to side. They're willing to shack up with whoever, depending on what is being championed by whoever at whatever moment, you know? That's just something that I've personally noticed. I'm sure I'm not the only one to notice that. I'm a noticer, if you haven't noticed. Anyway, but yeah, so like, I'm sure it was real easy for Surge to be writing songs that are anti-war and anti, like, being a dickhead, and things like that. And, for John Dolmayan, the drummer, to be like, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm not a socialist, but yeah, it's cool. No, I don't like the war in Afghanistan or Iraq, for that matter. Fuck it. Like, what do I care if Surge is a socialist? He's making music I don't disagree with, and plus, I enjoy the music we make, so whatever. Darren, I think, is kind of the same. I think he's kind of like a socialist, but he's also just like more of a punk rocker than anything. And Chavo, I don't know what Chavo's deal is, I think Chavo's just the bassist. Not to say he's not an integral part. I think System of a Down is one of those bands where even if you got rid of the bassist, even if Chavo had to be replaced, it just would not be the same. It wouldn't be the same at all, I want to see if I can. Oh no, damn. I don't even have 15 guys yet. Holy shit. Yeah, System of a Down is one of those. Bands that, like, I don't think they have a single bad album or song. Even the ones that I'm not a big fan of, I could understand why somebody would be, like, a fan of them. Oh, yeah, you know what? No, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, I don't even care. They're just such a good band. That's actually something I was planning on doing at some point, was a music tier list as well, but I need to kind of prep for that in a way that I wasn't ready to. Not that it's like some kind of big deal, big thing or anything like that. It's just, I'm sitting here like, oh no, I don't feel like having to do that right this second, so I'll go ahead and I'll save that for later. I saw SOD live and they were garbage in a lightning storm too. Yeah, that sucks. It's funny, like, when you think of someone's prime, you tend to think of their athletic career, but there is also a prime in terms of in terms of somebody's music career as well. Actually, I'd rather build this. I would rather build this right now, and then I'm gonna wall up after. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. All three of you. Hurry, your asses up. Wait a second, where's the... That's weird. Jeez, I think somebody's lagging. I don't know if it's me or the other guy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need more houses. Damn. System of a Down taught me about the Armenian genocide, big red pill that I didn't learn about in school. LOL. Yeah, I mean, they're all Armenian. You know, they're all Armenian. Serge is Lebanese, actually. He came from Lebanon, but ethnically he's Armenian. So, you know, that's a big thing with their music, you know. Can I go here? I like Deftones, but I like Deftones, but I've heard their live dog shit. Their dog shit live, excuse me. Yeah, Deftones, I've literally never listened to a single song of theirs. I have no clue about them. But when I do hear their music, I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of sounds a little bit fucking whiny to me, and I'm not big on whiny music, you know? I like heavy shit. I like emotional shit, right? Like, I love Atreyu. Atreyu's really fun to me. Atreyu's one of my favorite bands. They used to be anyway, before they kind of went pop on us. But, you know, it is what it is. They decided they wanted to make some money. I don't blame them for that. I actually discovered Atreyu when they decided to put out something a little bit more radio-friendly. Before that, I had no idea about them. What was I going to say? But, like... Deftones just sounds whiny as shit to me, and I'm not interested in that. I'm just not... It's not something I want to hear, you know? There we go. Plus, like, what I meant to say was Atreyu isn't necessarily whiny. Like, obviously, they're like an emo, mascara-wearing kind of band. At least they were back in the day. Alright, fine, whatever, that's what people were doing. But they made good music. You know, Someone Standing on My Chest is one of my favorite songs by them, and it's one of my favorite metal songs in general. You know, it's a very, very good song. You know, the way they pass the lyrics back and forth during, I don't know if it's the bridge. I think it's kind of, I don't know. There's a point in the song, I don't know the exact, like, makeup of the song on, like, a technical level. A construction level, I guess you could say, but you know, it sounds good. Look up "Someone Standing on My Chest" by Atreyu, and it's a really good song. What's going on? Zach Scott it up. Yeah, he got smart. He done got smart. I don't know if I should go after that thing or that thing. Seems like they want to attack this. Oh, yeah, dude. Definitely. 100%. They're coming over here to... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway. I'm just about ready. Oh, no, I need another feudal age building. Ah, you see, he got to castle age. I'm fucked now. I guarantee you. I'm trying to knock him off the shit, but chances are he's just going to build a castle right there. I used to work out to Meshuggah. That got the blood pumping. I never really listened to Meshuggah. This is important. Yo, Scott, I think you're about to go on a goated run for interviews. You mean I'm going to do a bunch of cool interviews with other people, or I'm going to interview cool people? I hope so. I really hope so. Regardless of which one it is, you know. Thank you for that. I think with the live stuff, it's a hit. Oh, get in there, you dummies. You big dummies. Oh, boy. Oh boy, yeah, he's got a bunch of scout cav that he's sending my way now, I guarantee you. I think with the live stuff, it's a hit or miss because of the venue they play could have an effect on that with bad sound, guys. But sometimes the band, sometimes the band themselves are going to suck at times. Yeah. I think that's more than fair. You know, I think it's not just fair; it's very true. You know. All right. Oh shit.
Here.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. I'm not saying I'm completely fucked, but I don't think I'm in good shape either, necessarily. You know, just the way everything is kind of adding up here. I'll interview you anytime, my Irish brother. I mean, I'm down to do interviews with people, you know. I'm not opposed to that. I almost just read the other one. I found out about Deftones when my neighbor was having a doomer moment while smoking a joint outside my window. What, you, like, open up the window, like, hey, what is that? Hey, what music is that? What song is that? He's just sitting here, he wants to die, and he's like, oh, it's Deftones. Would recommend OCs, especially the albums Mutilator, Defeated at Last, and Intercepted Message. Always give them a listen to hype myself up. Yeah, maybe I'll have to check that out. I used to listen to a lot of Mushroom Head, which was basically Slipknot for hipsters. Like, if you like Mushroom Head, you probably hated Slipknot for no reason at all. Yeah, I feel like, no, there's no point. Yeah, he's gonna scout rush me, and I'm just gonna be fucked. It is what it is. Oh, well. Oh, well. Although, maybe. They just disappear. Alright, boys. Let's ride. Ah, you see, he knew right away. He knew what to do right away. That sucks. Ah, well. Yeah, I'm kind of fucked. He can destroy that all he wants. All I had that for the time being was oh. Yeah, all I had that for the time being was to you know, get to Castle Age. Couldn't care less about anything else. He's running away. All I've got is two of them. Well, it's a valiant effort. Yeah, you see, in a case like this, right, it's not that this guy was like, oh, I'm gonna try and win by just, like, fast castling and things like that. Me and this guy built our shit, and he just happened to edge me out because of a good move on his part. So it's like, you know, I want to qualify the statements I was making earlier, or not qualify them, but I want to clarify them earlier. Like, I'm not sore losering over here because somebody beat me. It's like just dumb as hell. Oh, he's like, all right, see you later, man. Peace out. Anyway, there's a difference between being like, oh, dude, I'm mad because I lost, and, oh, I played the game because I want this kind of experience, and I'm not getting that experience. In this case, he just got to Castle Age before I did, and unfortunately for me, he walled up. I really should have just left him alone, you know, but once I saw the wall, I should have been like, all right, I'm out of here, you know. I ain't gonna initiate that because that opened up the can of whoop ass that is currently occurring here now. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm trying to lure him in, but he just doesn't. Ah, well.
Here.
Oh, jeez. I hit G instead of B. Yeah. I don't want to give up right now, because it feels like I could come back, but also, like, he's being very smart and not getting too close to here. Now he is, but he's just gonna run away anyway. So it's like, man, is there a point? I mean, he's only got 4 of them left, and I got 3 of those. So I think I'll go ahead and I'll just start trying my best to rebuild. Alright. Oh, geez. What am I doing? Nah. Whatever. Ah, man. I'm so fucked right now. Well. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to come back from this. I'm not going to quit, though. Also saw Slipknot live. 90s MTV drama feuds were funny. Nothing beats the lol cow that was the ICP versus Eminem saga. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, too, because, like, nowadays Eminem is trash, too. But at the very least, ICP has a fan base that is, like, genuinely dedicated to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking,
Beat fear.
yeah, okay, like, ICP was cringe back in the day. Fine, whatever. You know, weirdos listen to ICP. But at least those weirdos kind of formed a community around it. Eminem was just mad because people liked him. Imagine being Excuse me. Imagine being upset because people like you. That was Eminem's whole thing. He stole his shtick from dudes like Necro and Cage, right? If you look up dudes like Necro and Cage, yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, he's got his special going. That's weird. Oh, he's got. Oh, wait, what? There's so many weird little, like, things that I'm not even aware of. Like, I thought I don't know which one. I would assume the Step Lancer is... I don't even know. I don't know. Regardless, though, I'm fucked. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and go. That is, again, like, 323 military is like, oh, you know. But, like I said, that was kind of my fault because I don't think he would have attacked me until he recognized that, like, I really wasn't working on military in the way that he was able to in the moment. So that's kind of a misstep on my part that led to this. Yeah, like Eminem is like he was never really that good, if I'm being honest with you. But there was just something about him. For one thing, he was pushed hard, and then another thing was a lot of suburban white kids kind of identified with him because. You know, he came around at a time where hip-hop was, like, the next big thing, and, it was cool to be a rap guy, it was cool to be a gangster, yo, and a lot of white kids were not considered to be gangster, they weren't allowed to be gangster, let's say, right? So you have this white guy who's really good at rapping, some people consider him to be the best ever, me personally, I don't know, I don't care. He comes around and he starts singing. He basically just starts doing nu metal rap, is what he was doing. That's what horrorcore essentially was when it came from like Eminem and things like that. Was nu metal rap, and of course, like all the suburban white kids, they found their messiah. They found their guy that they could be like, yeah, this is great. Even the metalheads, even the people who are like, rap is crap. Rap. I don't call it rap, I call it crap, is what I call it. Even those people were like, oh, but Eminem's okay. Eminem's cool. I think Eminem was a psyop, I shit you not. I think Eminem was like a legitimate psyop to capture the market share of nu metal kids who either were hostile to the idea of hip-hop or they wanted to be into rap, but whenever they listened to whoever, you know, Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg or whoever was big at the time, Tupac, Biggie, Lil Wayne, etc., etc., they got made fun of by whoever because you're white though, but you're white. I really think that's what Eminem was for. And now that he doesn't have a reason to be upset about something, he's looking for a reason to be upset about stuff, which is why he has like these dumbass songs about these dumbass beefs. And he went on, I think it was like 2017, he did like the BET Awards or something like that. And he's like, oh, Donald Trump, fuck him. And it's like, shut up, you old fuck. Shut up, you fucking old bitch. Nobody fucking cares about you anymore. You suck. And you've always sucked. You've never been... You were good insofar as you weren't supposed to be that good. Right? That's genuinely how I feel about him. And it's just like... I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. D12 was hilarious. Yeah, D12 was funny, you know. D12 was Eminem's peak. Maybe. Horrorcore was well established by then, especially far as the Memphis sound was concerned. Yeah, no, I know about Memphis horrorcore. There was also some guys out in San Francisco who were doing horrorcore as well. You can listen to Mr. Doctor, Brother Lynch Hung as well. They made some pretty damn good songs. Although it's a little bit, it's niche. Horrorcore is always going to be niche for the most part. So you may not 1,000% like it, but I like, oh dude, I don't even remember the songs. I'm going to look up the songs now because we're talking about music and you got me going. You done got me going. Mr. Doctor. Fill 'Em Up is a really good one. What else? The Real Deal or The Real Deal. They did the DA instead of THE for the. Those are two very good songs. I would highly recommend. And there's more than that too, but horrorcore insofar as Memphis or like West Coast horrorcore was not nearly the same as what horrorcore in Eminem's case was, right? Eminem was very cartoonish, which is that's what nu metal people liked, was like that cartoonish, like I'm gonna rip out your hair and then I'm gonna slit your throat and then I'm gonna like stupid shit like that. I'm gonna hit you over the head with a giant mallet and your head's gonna explode and I'm gonna pick the brain up and I'm gonna shove it up your ass. Like that's not what you got from Memphis horrorcore or like that West Coast horrorcore that I'm talking about. That's what Eminem's was, and that cartoonish aspect to it, I think, is what appealed to, like I said, those nu metal kids, because that's a very like nu metal. I listen to Slipknot. I'm a maggot. If you're a 555, I'm a 666 type of guy, right? That is what would appeal to those kids. So I really do believe that, and like I said, Eminem took his shit from Cage and Necro. Like, look up Cage, Kennels, look up Necro, right? Daydreams by Cage, right? It's got kind of like more of in my opinion would be like a Memphis horrorcore sort of slant to it, right? That's a song that I don't mind. One of the best lines, some of the best lines in hip hop, in my opinion, come from his song Agent Orange. One of the best hip hop songs, in my opinion. It's arguable, obviously, but some of the best lines in hip hop are in that song, in my opinion. Just the way it hits, and it's just right in your face immediately. And actually, it's kind of got that cartoonish sort of slant to it as well, right? I do think that Eminem was kind of an industry plant. At the end of the day, I think most of the time when you had something that was as popular as Eminem, it was going to be some form of industry plant. Stuff like that up until kind of semi-recently didn't really happen until unless some company was like, we're gonna build ourselves the perfect whatever, right? But yeah, like Eminem. Listen to his first album. I believe it's called Eternal or something like that. He sounds like Nas. He sounds like fucking Nas in his shit. Then his second album, which was under Dr. Dre's record label, I believe Aftermath, it was, if I remember correctly. That's when all of a sudden he's Mr. Slim Shady, gonna strangle you with wet spaghetti, and then fuck your corpse. Like that's what he was like all of a sudden after he meets Dr. Dre. I find that to be interesting, you know. Excuse me. An odd take, but it's my opinion. Oh, I think Relapse was his best album. I never listened to Relapse. Infinite. Yes, I always call it Eternal, but it was Infinite. Thank you, Thomas Arana. Yeah, it was Infinite was the first album. If I could play this stuff on here, I would, but I don't want to get copyright struck. Fucking for some stupid shit. For what is fair use, mind you. I can play the music to them be like, I can play a clip of the music to them be like, yeah, this is what he sounded like. It sounded like Nas. Wasn't that good. Didn't do that well. But he did just enough to impress Dr. Dre. So Dre took him under his wing and then gave him a whole new fucking thing. A whole new thing. A whole new style of everything. You know, and because of that, now you have, you know, the Slim Shady LP and the Eminem Show and all these other albums and stuff like that, you know. I sold a bootleg copy of Eminem's Infinite for $600 to a French guy. Shit was jokes. That's crazy. Big L was one of the best lyricists. I don't know that much about Big L. I do find the stuff that I have listened to from him to be interesting. I do like it. What other rap do I have in my playlist right now? Stuff that I don't think you guys would know. I like Bloods and Crips. You see, there was a music project in the early 90s, right? The gang truce had taken effect, right? And a record company decided they wanted to capitalize off of that by having real Blood and Crip members do an album together. And they did an album where they called it Bangin' on Wax, right? And there's some pretty good songs there. Like Pyru Love is a really good song. What's it called? Everything's Gonna See All Right is all right. I like G's and Lokes. That's one where Bloods and Crips actually did songs together. They did a couple of songs together because typically it would be you have Bloods doing songs with the other Bloods. Damu Ride is a pretty good one too. And Crips doing songs with other Crips. But there was a couple of songs where they actually collaborated for the song, which was pretty cool. What else? Too Short is pretty good too. I'm looking at my stuff now. Eazy-E, but you know that's kind of a basic bitch one at this point. Cypress Hill, in my opinion, Cypress Hill and Bone Thugs and Harmony are two of the best rap collectives to ever exist. They're two of the best rap groups to ever exist, and it's crazy because they happened so early on in hip hop that it's like, man, you know, how like people had to top them, and I don't think many people have topped them since they came onto the scene. What else? Oh yeah, Gangsta Pat. Look up I Wanna Smoke and Mo Murder by Gangsta Pat. Two very good songs. That's Memphis horrorcore right there. I'm looking around and it's like, what are these guys not gonna know? You know, what are these guys not gonna know? Gangstar, there's one song by Gangstar that I really like. It's called Above the Clouds. But other than that, Gangstar is just not that good. And that sucks because Guru, which is the guy who actually raps for Gangstar. Gangstar was a rapper and a DJ. Premier was the DJ, right? Premier's kind of like a legend of the New York hip hop scene, and he kind of got big on as a part of Gangstar, right? And then you have Guru, who is the rapper. He's actually from Dorchester, Massachusetts. So if I remember correctly, it was Dorchester, Massachusetts. I could be wrong about that one, but he is from Massachusetts, right? So it sucks that he's like not, you know, his stuff wasn't that good in my opinion. I have Eggy's stuff in my playlist as well. Egg White. I have Blitz and Takeover. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think anyway. Um, yeah, I mean there's a lot of good rap out there. I don't listen to it as much anymore because I think that it's spiritually devoid of anything good. I think it's I mean it was created specifically to be negative. I don't give a fuck what Ice Cube has to say. That dude sits here literally in one of his songs, one of my favorite songs by him in the West Side Connection. Um, what's it called? I forget if it's the or just West Side Connection, but whatever. Yeah, one of my favorite songs by him and West Side Connection is The Gangsta, the Killer, and the Dope Dealer. And in the beginning of the song, he's like, how many more penitentiaries y'all gonna build? And it's like, I don't know, how many more fucking liquor stores you gonna rob? Mr. O'Shea. You fucking dickhead. You're gonna ask that question and then go on to rap about hitting licks and shooting people and selling drugs? Shut the fuck up. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think gangsta rap was supposed to be. It was never that. Gangsta rap came onto the scene and criminality exploded in a way that was not seen before it came onto the scene, and it's not just because of gangsta rap. It's not just because of that. It's also because of the crack epidemic too, but to say that it's only the crack epidemic and it's not gangsta rap, no, it is. And you know that because people don't use it the way that they were supposed to. You see mad dudes who they get big, they're dudes who were selling drugs, they were kicking in doors and stuff like that. And they still do that shit even after they get big with their debut single and stuff like that. There's a song on my playlist. It's by a dude named Burner, right? It literally says, "I had to let a pound go. Rap money too damn slow." And it's like you're gonna have Ice Cube sitting here like, "No, it wasn't rap's fault." It's like, look, I get it, Ice Cube, I get it, dude. Fucking, you started something that completely and totally changed your life for the better. And you don't want to have to turn around and be like, all right, maybe this got out of hand. I get it, man. I understand it completely and totally. I'm not faulting you for feeling that way. However, rap has been nothing but bad for everybody. All the time. Everywhere. As fun as it is to listen to, as entertaining as it is, as talented as some of the guys who make this stuff are, it has been very bad for people. And that's why, even though I like it, and I can talk about it on the level that I'm talking about it with you guys, right? For one thing, I've been listening to it less and less over the years. And also, when I do listen to it, I feel a little bit guilty about it. You know, I feel just a little bit guilty. Like, oh, man. And then, in addition to that, too, I don't want to listen to some guy talking about fucking my girl. You know, I have a wife. If somebody put hands on my wife in any way, it's not going down. It's not gonna happen. I'd have to kindly but firmly ask them to refrain from that activity. Is what I'm saying I would do. I would kindly be like, hey, sir, please don't touch my wife. That's how I'd handle that. Yes, sir. I don't want to have to sit here and listen to some fucking dude who, like, for one thing, I could break his legs if it came down to it. Right, but he's gonna sit here and be like, "Yeah, I got money. I fuck your bitch." It's like it's stupid as hell. Why would I want to listen to that? You know, it's crazy. But like, I enjoy rap. I just know that it's bad, and because of that, it's not my main form of music. It never was. I went through phases where I was listening to more of it, and then phases where I was listening to less of it. But it has never been the main kind of music that I'm like, oh yes, I definitely 100% want to listen to this all the time. Bake Sale, Cool Kids, that was my vibe in hip hop mostly. I don't know if I've ever heard of them. Jay Dilla and Proof Life, a song made by two dead dudes. It's such a good song. I'll have to look that up. The entirety of Donuts was amazing. Do you listen to any of the modern underground groups? Sad Boys, Haunted Mound, Shed Theory, Nova Gang, Bass Negative Squad, etc. I listen to Joey's stuff. I made the mistake of mentioning that I've met him to people in my class, to kids in my class, because they were like, "Oh, Scott, you should rap." They were joking with me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna collab with my boy Joey." Right? I said my boy Joey as if me and Joey are like really good friends. The reality is we've met a couple of times. He's a really cool guy, you know. He's always been good to me whenever we've met each other. What was I gonna say? But yeah, and they were like, "Who's Joey?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Joey with 2 Y's." And they looked his shit up, and they came back the next class, and they were like, "Does he have a song called Petco?" I was like, "How do you know that?" And I was like, "Wait, I told them about that. Fuck, shit, fuck, damn it." Yeah, I almost told them about Jet Neptune too. I almost told them about Jet, but I was like, no. They went looking up Joey. I don't want to tell them about Autistic Boys Money Clan. that's just what I need. Their parents, they're listening to music and they're like, what is this? Autistic Boys Money Clan, Mom. Coach Scott told me about it. That's just what I need. That's exactly what I need. What was I? Oh shit! What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to Shed Theory. I listen to Joey, and I don't mind Suicide Boys a little bit, but I'm not I'm not their biggest fans. I like some of their stuff. Paris is a very good song. There's other songs that I have in the playlist as well. I'm having a hard time finding them though, because I mean, there's so many of them. Oh yeah, Southside Suicide is another very good one. There's a couple of them that I listen to that are really good. Yeah, lately I've been listening to mostly reggae, whether it's dance hall or if it's like roots reggae, right? I've been listening to Latin shit, so a lot of reggaeton, a lot of Brazilian funk, and Irish music. And then I listen to metal in the gym as well. Irish music, I really mean folk music of a bunch of different kinds, but mainly Irish folk music. And then I listen to a bunch of different kinds of metal in the gym. Metal and rock and stuff like that. Excuse me. UOENO is the only thing I've heard Black Hippie on. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Scott poisoning the youth again. Dude, I can't help myself, man. I just meant them individually, I guess. LOL, same with Sad Boys. Absol, J-Rock, Schoolboy Q. Who are you talking about? Oh, J Dilla and Proof Life, a song made. Oh, yeah, I'm reading shit that I've already read. I fucking love dancehall. Grew up with that. Do you listen to Copper Shot Sound Systems mixes? No. I've never heard of him. I listen to a lot of Mr. Vegas. I listen to a lot of the older stuff. The newest stuff that I listen to is like M.R. because he blew up on Twitter and TikTok with his Turn Red thing, and he was so funny. I was like, dude, I have to look into this guy. But I don't listen to a ton of M.R. stuff. I listen to a little bit of it. I listen to Mr. Vegas. I have a couple of songs by Beanie Man. What else? You know what? I'll hop into the. I'm gonna get out of here soon, but I'll hop into the chill songs thing. Yeah, there's a lot of Mr. Vegas. I have a song by Yellow Man. I have a couple of songs by Beanie Man, like I said. Egyptian as well. Yeah, I mean the thing is, like I have a lot of different kinds of music in my chill songs playlist, right? I have a playlist that's just called chill songs, and it's all like it started off as roots reggae. Like the first song that I added to there was a song called Stone Love by Pepper. And it's funny because the more you look, the more you see me kind of transition from listening to just like roots reggae and shit like that to more dance hall and stuff like that. It's funny. By the time you get to the bottom, it's literally like 5 songs by Mr. Vegas. I really like Tribal Seeds. I would recommend Tribal Seeds if you're trying to get into roots reggae though as well. Vampire is a good song. There's a bunch of good songs by them, but excuse me. I'm gonna get out of here though. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard is going to be Fallout Sunday. Okay, we're gonna be continuing on with Lonesome Road. I don't know exactly how long we have, but I think we're getting closer and closer to the end of it. I'm not saying we're gonna be done tomorrow. I'm just saying we'll probably be done over the next 2 to 3 weeks, most likely. And then after that, I think we have like 1 or 2 more things to do. And then we're going to take on the Hoover Dam battle. We're going to get to the end game of Fallout New Vegas. And then we can go ahead and, we'll start looking to the future of what the Sunday streams are going to be. I'm thinking what'll happen is I'll probably just have chill streams for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. And then we'll get started on a new game that we all kind of collectively decide on. This is a democracy after all. But... so thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.